This week on Machinery Pete TV, we return to the Don Zuber retirement auction and get a close look at Don's 2014 Gleaner A68 combine and what price it brings. This Ferguson is just like stepping back in time. And Pete looks at just how hot the market is getting for seed tenders.
Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. Some call it a passion. We're Machinery Pete TV, and today we'll cover everything from auction roundups to the classics to the latest trends and technology. Machinery Pete, the most trusted name in farm equipment.
Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com. A&I Products is a lower cost, quality replacement part solution for all types and ages of ag equipment across all brands. Visit aiproducts.com. Hey, welcome to Machinery Pete TV, folks. Now today, we're not going to be covering an auction in person. We're actually reporting on the online farm retirement auction for Don Zuber out of southeast Illinois, little farming town of Dundas, Illinois. A sale by our great friends at Sullivan Auctioneers, of course, longtime sponsors of our Machinery Pete TV show. And today we're going to focus in on harvest equipment. Now, we love green equipment, we love red equipment, but today's something different. We're going to focus on silver, Gleaner equipment. And I tell you what, Don has a beautiful combine, a 2014 Gleaner A68. He bought new in 2017. It's got low hours on it. And we're also going to watch a pair of Gleaner heads and a full line of harvest equipment sell. But first, you know what we got to do. We got to go back to the studio and catch up on the very latest farm equipment news.
All right, thanks, Pete. I'm Clinton Griffiths. The latest measure of inflation is out. The Consumer Price Index rising 8.5% for the 12 months ending July. That's down from 9.1% increase back in June. Food and energy continue to drive inflation. Energy nearly 33% higher than a year ago. Meanwhile, the food index is up nearly 11% over the past year. That's the largest 12-month increase in 43 years. Now, in July, all 6 major grocery store food group indexes increased. Food at home, it's up 13.1%, also its biggest yearly jump since 1979. As food prices rise at the grocery store, consumers are choosing to buy chicken and cheaper cuts of beef. That's according to Tyson Foods. Tyson planning to respond by offering lower price cuts of beef and bigger package sizes that deliver more value. Now, the company says demand for meat in general remains strong. Inflation, it's also hitting all corners of the industry, including cropland values. The latest numbers from USDA show average prices rose 14% last year alone. For 2022, USDA reports the value of the nation's cropland at $5,050 an acre. The states with the 10 highest cropland values are in dark green on this map. Iowa prices are up 20%, Illinois up 13%, and Indiana up 14%. Now let's check on some auctions from around the country. Now back to our host, Machinery Pete.
Stay tuned, folks. Coming up, we're going to stay with our Gleaner theme of the show today, and we're going to watch a 2012 Gleaner 9250 30-foot draper head sell. Hey folks, I'm here with Matt Sullivan, Sullivan Auctioneers. And Matt, first of all, it's just good to catch up with you.
For sure, it's been a while.
It's hard to catch up with you guys. You've been running all over the place here, but here we are in southeast Illinois, and boy, nice truck here.
Yep, nice sale, nice truck. Automatic grain trucks with aluminum beds are like gold.
Yeah, I've been seeing some strong prices on these things right through the end of 21, early 22. Like you say, it kind of hard to find. And this thing's like an 07, I think,
Yep.
an M2.
Yep.
Looked like the miles on it were sort of low too, 374, something like that.
Yep, good miles, a good look to it. You know, and like I said, the automatic transmission. I mean, that's kind of the key, the ticket that everybody's looking for their hired help or themselves or their wives.
Right.
Anybody can drive it.
Right. Not to put you on the spot here, Matt, but if you were to think back maybe 3 to 5 years ago, a rig like this versus the past few months, would you have a guess on how much up or higher it's been than what it was?
I would say that they have gone up probably 15,000 pretty easily.
Yeah, it's a significant jump. Any other, or what are the equipment items in your mind? Because you guys have so many sales here all over the place that have increased the most maybe the last 6 months. What jumps to the top of your mind?
Oh, I'd say that, something that you keep going back to, the pre-emission, the pre-def, the low-houred, one owner, just the quality equipment that they're not making any more of and is hard to find.
Right.
Yeah.
All the calls you get, not just on a sale like this for Don, but all the auctions you guys have, Sullivan Auctioneers, are people verbalizing that when they call inquiring that they just can't find that grain trailer or that grain cart or that tractor?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, the GPS equipment. I mean, there's just so many items that they want and that they need that they can't get, and they don't really have any other options.
Right.
Yeah.
Which sort of makes being in the auction business perfect right now, because here's the truck.
Yep.
If you need it, click, right?
Yep. You can buy it, pay for it, take it home the next day. You have it in your shed.
Matt, let's talk heads here, Draper heads on the auction. This is an older head, but first I want to pick your brain a little bit. I've been seeing some really high prices on later model Drapers where they actually sell for more than the guy paid for them. It's just kind of been unbelievable, hasn't it?
I know it. I hate when that happens. Yeah.
Well, and you guys top of the list for making those strong prices with the great marketing that you guys do. But do you think it's just an availability issue, Matt, where
For
they
sure.
can't
I think
get it at
that's having it in their shed when they need it, when they want it. They know it's there. They don't have to worry about it. I'd say that's for sure what it is. Yep.
Yeah, it's I've only one other time have I ever seen availability be this prominent in the used market, kind of that early 12 period, early 13, right in there. But this, what we saw through 2021, early 22, to me kind of blows that away. In your family, with all the folks, you guys go back, what now, over 40 years in the biz, and you were in the dealer business, Matt.
In 12 it was, yep.
When you guys sit around having a beverage or whatever, has anybody seen anything like this?
I'd say no. I mean, it's pretty fun, pretty cool, pretty crazy. I don't know.
Uncharted waters.
Uncharted waters, yeah.
Now, how about a head like this? It's 10 years old. It's a 12 model, 9250, 30 foot.
Yep.
What have you been seeing with a little bit of age on the head for buyer demand?
I think that it's really opened up the market to, right, it used to be Draper heads came out and only these people could afford them. Well, now everybody can,
It's a good spread.
A good spread, right. So it's actually kind of, definitely kept the bottom in it because the new ones keep going up, and now guys that don't have brand new combines can run a Draper head and help make their farming operation a little better.
Right, and a 9250, it's not like you see these around every day, so that for someone who's been looking for one, again, here's a chance on the online sale.
For sure, and it's a 30 foot, a nice size that will fit a lot of different combines.
Right. Now, I don't know, Matt, the owner, Don Zuber here, I know the combine was a one-owner machine. Was it the head?
He did not buy it new. He actually was planning on farming for a few more years. It has like an almost new cutter bar and spent a whole bunch of money on it, so it should be good to go for the next owner.
Yeah, that next owner is going to benefit from that, and of course Don has been a Gleaner guy through and through, so got that Gleaner love coming through.
He does.
For farmers working to lift, change, and repair tires on their home farms, check out the Tire Grabber at thetiregrabber.com. Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit machinerypete.com and click Sell Mine. MachineryPete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
Well, folks, one of the hottest sectors in the used market the past few months here has been seed tenders. Now, you want to talk an amazing statistic. Up until Thanksgiving week last November, I'd only ever seen 2 used seed tenders sold over $30,000 at auction. Now, since 2 days before last Thanksgiving, I've seen 7 sold over $30K, including the 4 highest ever. Now, here's a picture of the record setter. This sold for $42,000. It was a 2020 J&M LC390, and it sold November 23rd on a farm auction in Bluffton, Indiana. Now, a couple weeks after that, December 16th, on a farm auction in Bradley, Tennessee, another J&M LC390 sold for $40,000. Now, more recently, just on a January 20th farm auction in Findlay, Tennessee, this J&M 375 ST sold for $37,000. And that is the all-time record high price on a 375 ST, clipping the record that was just set December 2nd on a farm auction in Kimball, Minnesota, where this 2016 model J&M 375 ST went for $35,500. And folks, I'll leave you with one more example here. This is from a December 22nd online farm auction out of Riverton, Illinois. A 2014 model J&M 375 ST went for $32,500. Well, the owner paid $25,000 for it when he bought it new back in 2014. Hey, welcome back to Tractor Tales, folks. This week we're going to head to north central Illinois and check out a Ferguson 35.
I grew up on one of these as a kid, and it's a pretty good tractor. And so then later on, when I retired after many years of hard work, I want to buy a tractor. Well, I bought a tractor like I used to drive as a kid, and that's the first tractor. And you know, that's my first tractor that I personally bought was one of these right here. I remember back in the days when we cultivated corn. There's a 2-row cultivator behind it, you know, and all that good stuff. We had a lot of fun, but there's a lot of hot days on like today. You know, you'd be out cultivating and cultivator was behind you, and you had to watch the little row thing in the front. And if you didn't stay on the row or gazed off the side too far, well, pretty soon there was a spot in the rows there that was blank. So, but anyway, this tractor was looked like it was in pretty sad shape. Like the brace bars on the front axle were humped over because it had a loader on it, and the front axle was towed in, and the sheet metal was doable, but it was really, you know, rough looking, hardly any paint, and it ran pretty bad. But today I've got it up there where it runs nice, and to me it looks nice too. But you know, after some hard work with it, and we fix everything up that leaks, and then we drive it a while and play with it, and once the leaks all stop, then we talk about painting it. So that's what we did with that one. So we'll get it out once in a while and drive it in a tractor drive. Or maybe we just take it out and play up and down the road with it a little bit, exercise it a little bit, you know. So, but yeah, it doesn't do any work. So working days are over. We're just all retiring together.
Folks, I know there's no dial on your TV these days, but if you had one, don't touch it, because coming up we got our feature item you're not going to want to miss on the auction today. A 2014 Gleaner A68 combine. It's only got 1,023 engine hours on it. What's that piece of equipment worth? Check out Machinery Pete's auction prices for the answer. Free to view, updated daily, all types of equipment. Go to machinerypete.com and click on the auction tab, then auction price data. Okay folks, I'm glad you stuck around for our feature item on the show today. A beautiful combine, a 2014 Gleaner A68. I'm here with owner Don Zuber. And Don, I understand that you have been a Gleaner guy since you were yay high.
Yes, I guess I have been, because that's what my dad had, and I followed suit too.
What was the first combine you remember your dad running?
Well, I remember him running, and I just barely remember going to the field. One particular field, the old pull type.
Pull type
AC.
combine.
Mm-hmm.
But you've come a long way, Don.
Yeah, it's a little different.
A little different. Now, on your 14 model here, you actually bought this new, but it was 17. Is that right, Don?
Yes, it was. Had been on a dealer's lot for several years, and
Okay.
and the company took some dollars off, and it made it. I was looking for a used one, and it all of a sudden it made it attractive to go with a new one, even though I had told wife and different people that I never own a new one. They was too expensive.
Well, you have to be, that time, 2016, 2017, there were some deals on equipment, and so you got this thing, and only 600 SEP hours on it now. 1,023 engine, is that right, Don?
Yes,
Okay.
that's right.
So a lot of phone calls on this baby leading up to sale day?
Quite a few. There's quite a few people around that sound like they're real serious about needing this combine, because if you just, even though the price may be getting up there, you can't say, well, that's too high, I'm going to go buy a new one. They're just not there.
It is, yeah. It's problematic to get your hands on a new one, isn't it? What kind of questions have people been asking about the combine?
Just if there's any major problems with it, mostly. They can look it over pretty easy and see what's going on with it. So.
And what was the dealer that you bought this from again, Don?
I bought it off of Herschel Johnson. Bought it off of Leon down there.
And is that Albion, did you say?
Albion, Illinois. Yeah, it's about 35 miles south of here.
Okay. So when this the last Gleaner goes, are you going to shed a tear, Don?
Well, I don't know whether I'll shed a tear. I really thought about it whenever I did that last through of beans and that last through of corn.
Yeah. Well, what was that like this fall, wrapping it up?
Well, I don't know how to describe it, but
it was time.
It was, yeah. Yes. It was different.
Your S68's gonna make somebody awful happy, I think, Don.
Well, I hope so. I hope they're happy with it when they get it.
Okay, folks, it's time for me to say a big thank you to all you folks out there for supporting our Machinery Pete YouTube channel. I posted my first video way back in August of 2009. Didn't really know what I was doing, but just set sail, and boy, it has been a ton of fun. We're almost 49,000 subscribers now, and if you're not a subscriber, do me a favor, go out to YouTube, find our Machinery Pete channel, and just click subscribe. It'll keep you up to date on the very latest we're seeing from across the country. Now here's a video I wanted to share from a recent sale, January 28th in Oxford, Ohio, by our great friends at the Wendt Group retirement auction, where a 1979 John Deere 4440 sold. This thing only had 4,533 hours on it.
28, 5, 29, and now 5. You're going to get 5 about 29, 5 about now 30. And you're going to get $30,000, John. You're going to get 30,000. You're going to get 30,500, John. We're out on the phone. And you're going to get 30,500. You're out online as well. And you're going to get 30,500. You're going to get 5 about 5 about get 5 about get $30,500. You wait a bit on them. And you're going to get 30,500. You're going to get 5 about 5 about get 5 about get 5. Everybody else, I don't want to miss you. And you're going to get 30,500 on them, and I sold $30,000.
Well, so glad you could join us here this week on the show, folks. And I tell you, it is really fun to cover different types of auctions with different types of equipment. So Don Zuber's online farm retirement auction with this Gleaner equipment, wow, quite a sale. In fact, Don's 2014 Gleaner A68 combine selling for $216,000. That is a record high auction price by a mile. Interesting to note, the previous high was also sold by Sullivan's back on their August of 2017 consignment auction in Hamilton, Illinois. They sold an S68 with only 550 engine hours on it at the time for $136. So Don Zuber's S68 we just watched sell for $216,000, $80,000 over. Shows you how hot the used combine market is. Folks, we'll see you back here next week on Machinery Pete TV. We'll have more equipment surprises to share with you. Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com. A&I Products is a lower cost, quality replacement parts solution for all types and ages of ag equipment across all brands. Visit aiproducts.com.